Hi guys, so this video lesson goes over subtracting integers using models. So just like adding integers, we're going to talk about modeling with chips and modeling on the number line. So please make sure you have this PowerPoint open and split screen with this video so you can be showing your work as I do on the screen as well. So when we are subtracting integers with chips, we do have a couple of steps we have to follow. Step one would be to show the first number in chips. If you have chips with the same sign as the second number, take them away. If you don't have chips that are the same sign as the second number, you can add zero pairs. And remember, a zero pair is a negative and a positive, because one negative and one positive cancel out to be zero. And then the remaining numbers are your answer. So we're going to practice with this on the next slide. All right, so for this first one, remember, first step is to show your first number. So I have -4 as my first number, so that would be 4 negative chips. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I am subtracting -2. So I'm taking away 2 negatives. So I'm going to cross out 1, 2 negatives, and then the remaining chips are my answer. So my final answer here would be -2. So -4 minus 2 negatives would be -2. Let's take a look at the second one. So again, start with your first number, show them in chips. So my first number is +5. So that's 5 positive chips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I am subtracting 4 positives. So I'm taking away 4 positive chips. So 1, 2, 3, 4. My final answer is whatever is left over, which is just 1 positive. All right, so let's take it one step further. First step is to show your first number in chips. So I'm starting with 2 negatives. So that's 1 negative chip, 2 negative chips, and I need to take away 4 positives. Well, I don't have 4 positives to take away, so what I need to do is add enough zero pairs that I have positives to take away. And here's how I would do it. If I need to take away 4 positives, that means I need to add 4 zero pairs. So there's 1 negative and a positive, so there's 1 zero pair, 2 zero pairs, 3 zero pairs, and last one, 4 zero pairs. Now I'm taking away 4 positives, so I can cross out 1, 2, 3, 4 positive chips. So I'm left with 6 negatives, which would be my answer, -6. All right, just like with adding integers, we can also model using a number line. So that's what we're going to take a look at next. All right, just like modeling with chips, we do have some steps for modeling with a number line. So our first one is to start at the second number. So second number in the problem, and then you are moving to the first number. We're going to count the number of jumps we make, and then if we move left, our answer is a negative. If we move right, our answer is a positive. So now let's practice with these steps. All right, so step one is to start at your second number. So in this problem, my second number is +1. So I'm going to put a dot at +1. And then our second step is to move to our first number. So our first number in this problem was -6. So I'm going to take my dot at +1 and go as many bunny hops as I need until I get to -6. Then I'm going to count my hops. So I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hops. So if I went 7 and I went to the left, my answer will be -7. So let's try these next two. First, we're going to start with our second number. So I'm going to put a dot at -1. And I am hopping to my first number at -3. So 1, 2 hops. So my answer will be 2. And I went to the left. So it's going to be a -2. Done. All right, next one I'm starting at +5. So put my dot at +5. And I am jumping to +1. 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps. And again, I went to the left, so it's a -4 would be my final answer. Next two, if I'm starting at -5, so I'm going to put my dot at -5. And I am jumping to +4, my first number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 jumps to get to +4, and I went to the right, so my answer will be a +9. Next one, I'm starting with the number +4, put my dot, and I'm jumping to +2, 1, 2, so I went 2 jumps, and I went to the left, so it's a -2 as my answer. All right, the remaining slides are a mix of subtracting integers using chips and number lines. So go ahead, make sure you are practicing both. There is an answer key back in the agenda to check your practice slides when you're finished. Good luck.